Okay, so uh maybe there's something to that. Anyways, dude, what is it? So I thought I'd talk. Hopefully, this makes YouTube. I don't think it will, but hopefully this makes YouTube quick clips. Dude, I researched something the other day that I found uh super. Oh, well, I want to say two things. What is it? One is the idea I talked about on the last video. Man will obviously go extinct before the universe, obviously, before it ends. So that's an interesting. So unless you're talking about like when man ends, like all time, uh, all time like stops or whatever. I suppose for men, or like mankind, like some kind of weird, like something that must be to do with like all life. Like I guess like all human life represents like all life, which it doesn't, but I don't know. That's like an interesting factoid. So this is exclusively like like the earth is like the center of the universe, sort of an idea, depending on how you uh look at things or whatever. What is it? Maybe that goes back to like like ancient Rome, where the earth is the center of the universe. Uh, Maybe there's something like the something to do with like the center, like Christ is the center of the universe. The center of the universe. Whatever, something stupid, weird. Um, what is it? Oh yeah, and also that's basically all. Man will go extinct before the universe goes extinct, right? That should be pretty obvious. Yeah, I think that matters. You might be like man is. You might be like the only thing that matters is man. The rest of the universe doesn't matter. If the human race goes extinct, that's the only thing that matters, because that's the only point of reference that anybody has, right? You're gonna say something like that. But technically, dude, there's shit outside the Earth that influences people's perception of society. It's not like you're completely closed off from the rest of you like the heavens, dude. Somebody can look at the moon and like it can capture it can uh uh it can just, avert your attention from what's socially going on the earth momentarily, or maybe even you have like a telescope and you just zone out into the moon for like 20 minutes or longer. Do you know what I mean? That it's like, I don't know if that's a sin, but like you get where I'm kind of going with that. Or like you look at the stars or some shit, or Mars. Maybe any of these people working on any of these things, maybe they shouldn't be working on any of that shit, because technically on some sort of weird like revelational biblical fucking reckoning or whatever, like none of that shit. It's like a sin to study the heavens. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a cardinal sin to be like, why do you care about something that humanity is never going to experience or whatever? It has nothing. You close yourself off from like some sort of uh I don't know. That's just my general idea. But what is it? Or like you close yourself off from also like the fact that there's certain people who aren't human. Like you've categorized them as animal. Like you close yourself off from those people, right? Like whether like that person is a chicken, that person is a cow, that person is a pig, that person is a shrimp. Dude, it's a little weird, but okay. They're I'm a turtle. Whatever. So yeah, there's something weird like that. Is that a thing? I'm thinking it sort of is because you got the Simpsons with the you saying they're saying that I'm a cow or whatever. Like, dude, you want to know something? I don't think any of you assholes know what the fuck you want because somebody was called. I think a while ago, like while ago, like you got to go back to like 5 years. Is that 5 years? Like 4 years maybe ago. I think maybe people are saying I'm a chicken. So which one is it, dude? Am I a chicken or a cow? You're saying I'm a chicken because I use way less resources than everybody else, and I give you back considerable amount of whatever it is compared to having to feed, like put so much water and food and hay and work into a cow. You're like, nah, he's more like a chicken. He's a chicken. He's not really a cow. He's given us a lot. Look at all those eggs he gives us. He gives us so much eggs. He's a chicken. Whatever. Anyways, getting to the point is what is it with oh yeah, the I think I cover that pretty good. What is it? The thing I was looking up nuclear weapons for whatever reason, and dude, you wanna know what I found mind blowing? If you have to ask me, is that Russia gave China, like when nuclear weapons were becoming a thing, for whatever reason, Russia gave China, they gave them, I'm guessing, the blueprints, or maybe they gave them like some highly enriched uranium or plutonium to China so they could build a nuclear bomb in China or whatever, and detonate their first nuke or whatever in China. So I mean, if that's true, I think some British guy told me, he told me that or whatever. So, dude, you want to know something? I can understand, like, it's not without the outside of the realm of possibilities of some European guy, like whoever he is, to give Russia nukes, right? That would be like relatively normal, right? If they're like somebody like Putin or Boris Yeltsin, you get the idea, like some white Russian guy, right? You give him like a European, like some German guy or French guy, because France and well, I don't know, I don't think Germany has nukes, but France does. You can kind of get like where that's going, like, it'd be like, okay, we'll give you nukes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. Here's the blueprints. Like the way, dude, the way, you know what's funny is the way that they describe it, which I don't know. I don't think I don't buy that shit for a second. The way that they describe it in the video is that you have like two like lushes or whatever, Russians or whatever, that they get involved. They infiltrate the Manhattan Project, right? Yeah, you want to know something? I'm willing to bet you anything that's a load of crap. Okay? This is like, you sent the Russians the fucking goddamn blueprints of how to build the bare minimum, if not brought that shit, like first class mail, hand delivered that shit or whatever, right? To those fuckers back after the project was a success. Nobody infiltrated shit as far as I'm concerned. You fucking delivered the blueprints to the Russians. Okay? Like maybe 10 of them, if not more. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you're saying, oh, the Russians, they infiltrated the project. We couldn't do anything. It's like, They look like us. We didn't know they were Russian. It's not. I don't know what to tell you. It's like there's tricky. They're tricky. I don't believe that shit. But dude, right? You can kind of understand like the whole thing with the well, it's really getting kind of long. Uh, the the thing with the dude, why if you're Russian and you're doing business with Europeans, you're getting nukes from them or whatever. Uh, why would you give Chinese people? I'm obviously in the deep future, like which the deep future is the present moment. They're probably gonna be able to figure out every little nook and cranny of like a nuke or whatever. But especially if there's no issue with like shooting at a nuke or whatever, right? Like it's like you can't go off or whatever. It's just you can shoot it all you want or whatever, right? Then obviously the Chinese are gonna eventually figure out, depending on how you view like back the film Back to the Future or whatever. Um, they're eventually gonna figure out how to build a nuke, right? But no, I'm thinking that that would definitely happen no matter what. Okay, so if it's gonna happen no matter what, right? They're gonna eventually figure it out. It might have taken like another like 30 years or some shit, right? But they're gonna figure it out, right? But dude, regardless of that, even if that's a fucking argument, dude, the fact remains is like, you know, dude, you're talking about 30 years where those fuckers don't have nukes. There's that as like a, like a, or even more, depending on how you look at things. There's that as like an idea, right? Like, why would you actively give Chinese people your secret sauce? Dude, like you can be like, "Oh, Putin looks like a European," right? How does a Chinese person look like a fucking European? I think I know the obvious fucking answer is that they don't. Do you want to know something? Why? Dude, I don't even care if you got Asians living in Russia. I don't know what your argument is. Why? Dude, let me ask you a question. With me, dude, think about this. And I can't help myself. I'm obviously going to compare my person to like Chinese having nukes or whatever, right? Dude, you can't give me money, okay? You're talking about money. Like giving me, like, let's say if I had $10 million, $10 million right now at the present moment, or maybe more or less. Who knows, right? Let's say I have $10 million. Okay, uh, I still don't have a freaking nuclear weapon, right? I don't have a nuke. I have $10 million. I'm not really rich. I have money, right? Somebody be like, no, that's rich. Okay, maybe it's like starter grade rich, whatever, depending on how you look at things. Then I think that you're like sort of going towards like 50 million to be rich, okay? Because I've just realized well, not just realized, but like within the past 3 years, like $20,000 is shit. It's like it's nothing. Okay, you're talking about like 100, like money, like actual money is like a hundred thousand. Like if you're not working with 100,000, you can't do shit. Like it's a hundred. That 100,000 is an actual amount of money. Like all this other shit is just, it's nothing. It's like fugazi, whatever you want to say. So what is it? Dude, but what you kind of get where I'm going with that. Like, dude, if you don't perceive in your mind or whatever you want to say, you go, oh, that's an enemy. I probably wouldn't want to give them the most powerful weapon that man has conceived. I'm gonna give it to those blurry fucking people. I'm gonna give it to them. That makes the most amount of sense in my head or whatever. Dude, it's like, why, dude, why would you ever do that? You like, oh, he can't have money, but those people over there, I can easily perceive as an enemy. Let's give them access to the most powerful weapon man has ever conceived. Give it to them. I want them to have that weapon so they can maybe use it on us. Okay? Dude, I got news for you. You want to know something? I'm not a psychologist, but let's say I was Russian, right? I'm living in Russia, Soviet Union, whatever it is. Okay, back when somebody was gonna suggest that shit, okay? Whenever they did, like I'm guessing sometime in like the 50s or whatever, right? And they're like, yeah, let's give the nuke to the Chinese, right? And I got like my ear was like, whatever. What if somebody said something like, what, like, do you get where I'm going with this, dude? I heard somebody say something, or maybe they said it directly to me. Okay, let's say they said that shit directly to me. Okay, this is my word. I think you can understand what I'm about to say. Dude, I would either pay a guy or order a guy or kill that guy myself, okay? I would be like, dude, if the guy was not dead in 2 months, okay? Maybe even a month, okay? If he wasn't dead in a month, okay? I'd obviously have access to a gun, right? So I'd get a gun and I'd shoot the guy dead. Just like whether it's in the street or in like his house or whatever the fuck it is, the guy would be dead in a month. Okay? And you're talking about just being like, this is good, just do it or whatever. Dude, you want to know something? Like I said before, I didn't finish that statement. Dude, if I'm not a psychologist, dude, I would certify that guy, absolutely no question, clinically insane. Okay? The guy who actually decided to do that or whatever, and they, or whoever group of people, like, you are clinically insane. No question about it. Okay? I don't care. Dude, I don't care what you say. I don't give a fuck about anything that goes through your crazy, alcohol-addled mind, dude. Seriously? This shit is so crazy. It is like, if that British guy that made that YouTube video is telling the truth, there are no words. There's no words, seriously, to describe how crazy that is. I don't even want to think about it, because it's so weird. Okay? It's like, I don't know. I wanted this video to be like 5 minutes for some reason. That was not a... What I said like it could go to whatever. It's not important. So that's about it. I can't understand why that would have ever been a decision. Dude, keep this in mind. If the world has maintained this weird, like, Ghostbusters 1 trajectory or whatever, why was the idea of nukes even a thing in the first place? If that's, like, basically where everyone is going to, like, why? And it was like that in the past, or like I'm thinking of like time travel for some reason, and like it's not 100%, like I don't understand in my mind how these things actually materialize into, or at least the problem that I just talked about. Like, I don't understand how that materializes even into reality. Okay, like it should have never been a thing, ever. Seriously, never ever. So I don't know. Hopefully that it can give you something to think about. Probably didn't. I'm willing to bet you anything. I'm willing to bet everything that I own that it didn't. That my opinion doesn't count. Whatever you want to say. So, but whatever. That's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it.